You know what they say in hockey, patience is a virtue, and this guy probably one of the most virtuous players in NHL history because he waited almost 2 decades to have a regular season in the NHL that allowed him to score 20 goals, and he finally did it at the advanced age of 38, give or take, 37, 38. So today we're going to be talking about the curious case of the very talented but very underrated Gerry Ehman. Now, Gerald Joseph Ehman, born November 3rd, 1932, in Cudworth, Saskatchewan, very beautiful community, played the NHL for the Bruins, Red Wings, Maple Leafs, and the Oakland Seals, California Golden Seals, between 57 and 71. However, he also spent several years in the AHL and other associations. Now, after retirement, he worked in numerous executive positions for several years. Now, he first broke to major prominence with the Flin Flon Bombers of the SJHL in 1952 when he had 82 points in 50 regular season games and 16 points in 14 playoff contests. 53, he split time with the Edmonton Flyers of the WHL and the St. Louis Flyers of the AHL. 54 and 55, he found himself in the QHL, the Quebec Hockey League, where the Sherbrooke Saints and Quebec Aces, then jumped to the WHL in 56, and later with the Springfield Falcons of the IHL in 57. Now, 58, he got his first NHL goal in his first NHL game with Boston after spending a majority of the season with Springfield, where he had 79 points and 40 goals in 68 games. 59, he found himself in the Detroit system, where he had 1 point in 6 regular season games and 15 points in 23 games with the Hershey Bears. 59, he also played with Toronto, where he had 25 points in 38 games and had 13 big points in Toronto's Stanley Cup playoff run, where he lost to Montreal. Now, 60, he had 28 points in 69 games, including 9 playoff games as well. 61, he found himself back in the minors after 14 games with Toronto, and he played with Rochester for the next 3 seasons before getting back to the NHL with Toronto with 2 points in 4 games and 64 and 1 goal in 9 playoff games, which led him actually to a Stanley Cup ring. Very, very cool. Now, after his time winning Cup to Toronto, he was sent back to Rochester for a number of seasons. Between 64 and 67, he was stuck with Rochester, and he was putting up good totals, averaging 35 to 39 goals a season, but eventually got back to the NHL with the California Golden Seals with 44 points in 73 games in 68. 69, he finally broke through with his first 20-goal season, 45 points in 70 games, including 21 goals. Now, 70, he had 11 goals with Oakland, and when they're called back to California again, in 71, he had 36 points in 78 games. NHL totals, 96 goals, 118 assists for 214 points, 20 points in 41 playoff games, including 10 goals. AHL, one of their top scorers ever, 676 points and 311 goals in 659 games and 44 points in 53 playoff games. Now, he won the John B. Sullenberger Trophy with Rochester in 64. He was an NHL All-Star in 64. Stanley Cup champion with Toronto in 64. He won 4 straight cups with the honors as a scout, head scout, and assistant GM between 80 and 83. So, and again, his totals with the Rochester Americans over those number of seasons made him a hometown hero. And again, when you're averaging 30 goals plus over 7 seasons and you're still winning a Stanley Cup, you're a very, very talented forward. My dad once said that's probably the best player that Toronto never gave a full chance to. But if you look at his raw totals in the minors, he knew where the net was and he wasn't scared to set up a good line mate at the same time. In those seasons, like I had mentioned, he was averaging well over 40 assists a campaign, almost broke 90 points in the 66 season with 39 goals, 49 assists, again for 88 points. So that's the legend of Gerry Ehman, a legend in California, Rochester, Toronto, Islanders, even in Hershey. He was very appreciated when he was down there as well. Thanks for listening. Bye.